In this video, let us solve the sixth problem from exercise 6.5. The sixth problem says, ABC is an equilateral triangle of side 2A. Find each of its altitudes. So you are given an equilateral triangle ABC with side 2A and you are asked to find the length of the altitudes. Now since it is an equilateral triangle, all the altitudes will have the same length. Okay. So to find the height of the altitude or length of the altitude, let us take one of the altitudes. So let us draw AD, which is perpendicular to BC. So when we do that, we get two triangles, that is triangle ADB and triangle ADC. Now let us prove these two triangles are congruent. So here in these two triangles, AB is equal to AC because each of these sides is of length 2A. Then AD is equal to AD because it is a common side. So we got hypotenuse equal and one of the heights or sides equal. Then we already know that since this is perpendicular to BC, ADB will be equal to angle ADC because each of them is 90 degrees. So from this we can say triangle ADB is congruent to triangle ADC by which test? By RHS test. Okay. Now if these two triangles are congruent, then we can say BD is equal to DC, correct? Because it is a corresponding part of the congruent triangle. So BD is equal to DC. Now the entire length is 2A. So if these two lengths are equal, that means this point divides the length BC into equal parts, correct? So the side BC is divided into equal parts by D. So since BD is equal to DC, each of them should be equal to A, since the entire length is 2A. So BD is equal to A and DC is equal to A. So now we know this side. Okay, what was the purpose of proving that these two triangles are congruent is because to find the length of this, to use Pythagoras theorem, you know the length of this side but you don't know the length of this side. You knew only the length of the entire side BC. So using the congruency of triangles, we found the length of this side. Now we can use Pythagoras theorem and find the length of this side. So in right angle triangle ADB, we can either take this triangle or this triangle, doesn't make a difference. AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square. What is AB? AB is 2A, so 2A square is equal to AD square plus A square. This is 4A square is equal to AD square plus A square. So AD square will be 4A square minus 3A square, which is 3A square. So AD is square root of 3A. Now let us see the seventh problem. The seventh problem says, prove that the sum of the squares of the sides of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonals. So you are not given the diagram here. So first let us draw the rhombus. So you have the rhombus ABCD, okay, and you have to prove that the sum of the squares of the sides of the rhombus. So sum of the squares of the sides of the rhombus is equal to squares of its diagonals. Okay, sum of the squares of its diagonals. So we are given that ABCD is a rhombus and AC and BD are two diagonals. You have to prove that AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square is equal to AC square plus BD square. This is what we have to prove according to the question. Now you know that the diagonals of a rhombus, they bisect each other at right angles, correct? So the diagonals bisect each other at right angles. So we get here 4 right angled triangle. So we will use Pythagoras theorem to these triangles, okay, 4 triangles, and find whatever is asked to be. Now in triangle AOB, okay, Angle AOB is 90 degrees. As I told you, each of the angles is 90 degrees. So by Pythagoras theorem, we have AB square is equal to AO square plus BO square, okay, or OB square. Similarly, if we take each of these triangles and apply Pythagoras theorem to it, then we get AD square is equal to AO square plus DO square, DC square is equal to DO square plus CO square, and BC square is equal to BO square plus CO square. Okay, so let us number all these equations as this is equation 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let us add all these four equations because we need here 4 terms. Okay, so when we add on the left hand side, we get AB square plus AD square plus DC square plus BC square is equal to, now here there is AO square and AO square, so we get 2AO square plus 2BO square similarly plus 2DO square and plus 2CO square. Okay, so this is what we get. So if we take 2 common, we are left with AO square plus BO square plus DO square plus CO square. Now you know diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other. So AO will be equal to CO and DO will be equal to BO. Okay, so we got that. So so if AO is equal to CO, AO square will be equal to CO square and BO square will be equal to DO square. So let us substitute that. So 2 times AO square plus BO square, and for DO square I am substituting BO square, and for CO square I am substituting AO square. Okay, so we get here 2AO square plus 2BO square. So it becomes 4 times AO square plus 4 times BO square. 4 times AO square can be written as 2AO the whole square plus 2BO the whole square. What is 2AO the whole square? 2 times AO is AC, correct? So it is AC square, and 2 times BO is BD. So it is BD square. So this term is equal to AC square plus BD square. This is what we had to prove. Now let us see the 8th problem. The 8th problem says, in the given figure, O is a point in the interior of triangle ABC and OD is perpendicular to BC, OE is perpendicular to AC, and OF is perpendicular to AB. So we have to show here OA square. Okay, OA square means there should be a construction here. So OA square plus OB square plus OC square minus OD square minus OE square minus OF square is equal to AF square plus BD square plus CE square. So this is what we have to prove. Okay, so for that, since you need OA square, OB square and OC square, we have to join these points, correct? So let us join here OA, OB and OC. So if you join, you can see here we get some more smaller triangles. So now let us look at the question and accordingly take the triangles. So you need OA square, the first part. Okay, we need OA square. So if you want OA square, you have to choose the triangle AOF. So in triangle AOF, OA square is equal to OF square plus AF square. So this we are numbering the equation as 1. This is by Pythagoras theorem. Next we need OB square. So OB square can be obtained from this triangle, correct? So in triangle BOD, we have OB square is equal to OD square plus BD square. Next you need OC square. So OC square is in this triangle. So in triangle or this triangle, in triangle COE, we have OC square is equal to OE square and EC square. So we have numbered the 3 equations as 1, 2 and 3. Now let us add all the 3 equations because we need OA, OB and OC squares in left hand side. So when you add, you get OA square plus OB square plus OC square is equal to OF square plus AF square plus OD square plus BD square plus OE square plus EC square. Okay, now look at this terms. We can transfer all the terms which are required here. So you need OD square, OE square and OF square. So let us transfer them on the left hand side. So you'll get here minus OD square, minus OE square and minus OF square. So this what remains here is AF square, BD square and EC square. Okay, so this is what we had to prove. Now let us look at the second one. We need same AF square plus BD square plus CE square is equal to AE square plus CD square plus BF square. So let us take the left hand side. Left hand side is AF square plus BD square plus CE square. Now if you look at the figure, what is AF square? So if you take this triangle, AF square is OA square minus OF square. So AF square is OA square minus OF square. What is BD square? BD square is OB square minus OD square. So this is OB square minus OD square. Next is CE square. So CE square is OC square minus OE square. Okay, it is OC square minus OE square. So after this step, now you look at what you require here. You need AE square, correct? So if you want AE square, if you look at the figure, AE square is OA square minus OE square. So we will get this term here. So we get OA square minus OE square together plus next you need is CD square. So CD square can be obtained from this triangle. So it is OC square minus OD square. So let us club OC square minus OD square together. Next you need is BF square. So BF square is here in this triangle. So it will be OB square minus OF square, correct? So we will group those two terms together. So OB square minus OF square. So after you group them, we can write this as AE square plus CD square plus BF square. This is what we had to prove. Now let us solve the 11th question. The 11th question says, an aeroplane leaves on an airport and flies due north at a speed of 1000 kilometers per hour. At the same time, another aeroplane leaves the same airport and flies due west at a speed of 1200 kilometers per hour. How far apart will be the two planes after 1.5 hours? Okay, so you have to find out the distance of the two planes from each other after 1.5 hours. So let us draw the figure here. So let us take OA as the distance to be covered by the first plane, okay, in 1.5 hours, and OB be the distance covered by the second plane because it goes towards the west in 1.5 hours. What we have to find here is what is the distance between the two planes. So we have to find here AB. So here what is given is speed of the first aeroplane to be 1000 kilometers per hour. So speed you know is distance upon time. So what is the distance covered in 1 hour by the first plane? It is 1000. Distance is 1000 multiplied by time, correct? So it becomes distance is speed multiplied by time. So it is 1000 multiplied by 1, which is 1000 kilometers. So in 1 hour it completes 1000 kilometers. Then in what will be the distance covered in 1.5 hours? In 1.5 hours it will be distance multiplied by time, okay, or the speed multiplied by time. So 1000 multiplied by 1.5 hours, okay. So in 1 hour if it is this, in 1.5 hour it will be 1000 multiplied by 1.5 hour, which is, this can be written as 3 by 2. So the distance is 1500 kilometers. So this distance is 1500 kilometers. Now the speed of the second plane is 1200 kilometers per hour. Means the distance which is covered in 1 hour is 1200 multiplied by 1, which is 1200 kilometers. So what will be the distance covered in 1.5 hours, which is OB? It is 1,500. It is 1,200 multiplied by 3/2, and it is 1,800 kilometers. So this distance is 1,800 kilometers. So now we can use Pythagoras theorem and find this distance AB, right? So to find AB, which is the distance between two aeroplanes, we will take the triangle AOB and use Pythagoras theorem. So we get AB square is equal to OA square plus OB square. So after substituting, we get here 1,500 the whole square plus 1,800 the whole square. And on simplifying, you get here AB is square root of, you add these two, so you get this term here. So it is 54,90,000. So now what we will do is to simplify this, let us split this. So it is 549 multiplied by 10,000. So this can be written as square root of 549 multiplied by square root of 10,000. This is square root of 549 multiplied by, this is 100, correct? So 100 square, you get 100, or square root of this is 100. Now 549, if I find factors, I get 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 16. So this will be 3 into square root of 61 multiplied by 100. So it is 300 into square root of 61 kilometers. So this is how we find the distance between the two planes.